Yeah. Well, you had a vision here. You joined this bath club, right?
Yep.
1996, if I'm
Yep.
mistaken.
Yep.
And 2 years later, you bought it for $10 million. Does it feel the same when you walk into this place, knowing that what the history was, not even allowing black people to join, and now here you are owning it? Does it feel any different today, even though you've owned it for over 2 decades now?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel, I mean, we were very successful in developing a luxury condo tower on the parking lot and the tennis courts of the club. And then I kind of looked at the club as just a necessary process. I mean, I wasn't into the country club scene and social
So this
club
was the
scene.
ancillary part
Right.
of it, yeah.
And so I joined the club because my wife and I had an apartment 2 blocks down across the street on the Bay Side, and our young son liked the beach. And so we joined it for that reason. And then it turned out I was the first black member of the club, which was also interesting because I'd never known anything like that in DC. So when the opportunity to buy it came about, I liked the symbolism. It was very important. Every deal that I had done was all about making a big impact. And I thought, wow, first black member buys a club. That's a great symbolism. So I said, okay, let's challenge ourselves to figure out, can we make money owning it? And then we looked at, what we would do with it, and then made a decision to buy it. So I felt good. We did, made a lot of money to help grow the company off of building the condos. And that wasn't easy either, by the way. I mean, it was hard getting financing for it. And then after that, after owning it and having years of experience, I bought out the club members because I let them, part of my deal was they could continue to run their club. And so I finally bought them out and then kind of closed it. Yeah. And then decided to reopen it in 2019. My wife and I said, oh, we should do something with this place. And so we decided to relaunch it. But we wanted to do it very differently. And Katrina came up with the tagline, exclusively inclusive. And I said, okay, well, that's what we're going to build around. We're going to build a club that's exclusive, but it's going to be ultra inclusive. It's going to reflect the demographics of this country and of Miami. And so that's what we were able to do. And that feels good. And so seeing things take place here, and seeing events and seeing the members here and seeing people interact here, that feels good.
Yeah. When you're sitting out back and maybe somebody doesn't know who you are, and are you listening to how they talking about the
Yes,
place?
yes.
It's like undercover balls, right?
Yes.
You're just sitting
Yep.
there listening. Yeah.
Yep.
What are your clients or what are your members? What are they saying? Like, what is something that you heard? You said, we got to get better at this.
Well, I think the positive thing of what people like about the club is that it's private. We have some very wealthy, very prominent members, and they like the idea that they can have some anonymity and go to the beach and be there with their family. This is a family club, so people can bring their kids here. The kids feel safe here. They're comfortable here. They can, we've got lots of activities for them. And then it's a nice place to for social events and business events. We've got a couple ballrooms here. So I think that what we have done well is to execute on those things. And what we want to do better is to add another dimension to it, to give it a nightlife a little bit, so we can attract a younger demographic as well here.
Yeah.
But I'm very pleased with what we've done here. Great staff, great team of people.
Yeah.
And again, I love the history. It was a restricted club, no blacks, no Jews, and the bylaws said no blacks, no Jews, no dogs. And it was no coloreds, no Jews, no dogs. And in fact, the bylaws had a prohibition of black people being on the property at all. So when members had black servants, the rules required, and it says black servants, if a member has a colored servant, then that servant could unload members' belongings and then give it to a white staff member who could take it to the members' cabanas. So that's how racist this place was. But this club and the cycle that it's gone through with me owning it is a very positive reflection on the evolution of America and on the evolution of Miami. And the sole reason that I voluntarily designated this building as a historic landmark is I think it's very important for people to remember what America and what Miami was like for those who came before us so that we don't repeat it again.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.